Phil and Chris here with American Kiteboarding. We're going to do a large wing ride and review today. So we have kind of the wings spread out here with our board we're going to use for testing. We have three big wings today. The Nash extra large, which is here. The Slingshot with the new Infinity 84 centimeter wing, which is the biggest one they make. And then the Takuma with the V900 wing. We've ridden all of these outside of the test today. So we're just going to briefly kind of take you through what we think of each one.
Yeah, so we're going to start off with the Nash. The Nash is the smallest of the wings. This wing is very nice and fun to pump, fun to carve around and stuff, but my favorite for pumping for sure is definitely the Infinity 84.
It's got, because it's bigger.
It's bigger.
It's going to have more lift. So when he says not a lot of lift, that's relative for sure. Like
yeah,
these are all huge wings. Like this Takuma, just for reference, like I'm 6'3". Look how big that, I mean, it's retarded. It's big. It's taller than the mast is long on this foil, right? It's huge. And the 84 is equally ridiculously big. I agree with him. The 84 is a great pump wing. It's just a great all-around wing. We don't have as much time on the Takuma. We just got this thing. The thing about the Takuma that's absolutely amazing is the slow foiling speed allows you to surf swell that's non-existent. Like we're talking jet ski.
Jet ski wave.
Yeah, jet ski wave, like for minutes.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas on something smaller, you have to pump a lot. This sucker, you could get up on open ocean swell or even open base swell here on like a north wind, and you can surf it. It's slow enough to actually just surf that wave, which is unbelievable. First up is the V900. This is by far the slowest hydrofoil wing in production today. We kind of already went over the size. So we were able to get up and foil before the jet ski was actually producing a wave. You can see here, Chris is just riding the wave on that jet ski. The handle's loose. He's just wave surfing, kind of pumping to stay up. And that's great. You'll notice the speed range on the V900 isn't as good as some of the other wings. It's definitely a downwind, kind of swell surfing monster. Very slow initial minimum speed and a very low max speed. We weren't able to go very fast at all before kind of exploding on it, but a good option for somebody wanting to get the absolute slowest hydrofoil on the market. So pros and cons. Pros, obviously slow foiling speed, really easy to pump and really easy to stay up in very slow or underpowered conditions. Downside, it's so wide that when you're trying to turn or get dynamic, unless you're on a really long mast, which is kind of hard if you're surfing, it's hard to really get an angle on it without breaching a wingtip. It takes those breaches pretty well, but yeah, good. So the other downside would be max speed. Not real good. You can see Chris exploding there. Another pro is it floats. You can see the wing floating there. Yeah, so the high speed, if you want to kite on it, or if you want to do, much else like kiteboarding, windsurfing, that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's not going to have the speed tolerance to kind of make that happen where some of the other foils would. Okay, Slingshot Infinity 84 centimeter is this is the biggest hydrofoil wing that Slingshot currently has in their lineup. They also have another wing, a sister wing, that's 76 centimeter, but the 84 is the biggest, so that's the one we demoed here. Chris was able to surf with it behind the jet ski. You can see him there, kind of going slack on that line. Very big range on this wing. Slingshot did a great job kind of trimming it out, so we could get real low on the speed, so we could get down to like 5-6 miles an hour, no problem, which is, we're probably at like 6, I bet, in the video there, where he's surfing 6 miles an hour. Easily surf, easily stay up in 5 or 6. And then, yeah, he was able to keep it together all the way up to 20 miles an hour. And he said he could have probably held it longer, but we were getting a little close to shore, so he bailed. Yeah, so no problem kiting on this foil, or windsurfing on this foil, surfing on this foil, wake surfing on this foil. It's really a pretty broad product. What I'd say is, the 76, if you think you're going to get a foil that you want to surf on and kite surf on, the 76 is probably a better foil if you plan on doing more kiting. If you plan on doing any wake surfing or surfing and then maybe a little bit of kiting, or you already have a kite foil, the 84 is the best one for sure. We were really, really impressed with it. Tons of fun. Really dynamic in the wave. You see him cutting back and forth there. Felt very loose, very dynamic, fun to cut, fun to turn back, fun to surf. Really, really easy to pump. He's going to pump here in a bit. Kind of freestyle on the side of the ski, and super easy to do that. We all really enjoyed riding it during the demo. Keep in mind on the Slingshot system, one of the big advantages is it's a modular system. So you can just get the 84 wing if you already have a Hoverglide, and it'll work just fine. Yeah, look at Chris, you just slashing it, right? You can just get the wing, stick it on your Hoverglide, or you can get the brand new one and get any of their wings and put them on there. It's very modular. You can kind of expand and move back and get different stuff. And the pricing's pretty good. I think it comes in at $1,100, $1,099 for the 84 package, and $1,049 for the 76 package. So, yep, enjoyed the wing. Great setup. Last but not least is the Nash extra large wing. This is the thrush setup with the largest wing, which is the extra large. Yeah, we're always surprised by Nash. This wing is not big. It's not as big as the other two. It's definitely the smallest wing in the lineup. It's not much smaller than the Slingshot, but it is smaller. And it's kind of a sleeper in the lineup. We were able to get up in a slower speed, about a mile or two less than the Slingshot on the low end. And the upper end range really wasn't that good, but yeah, it's just crazy because it kind of packs a punch, that little wing. The bottom side of the actual wing is totally flat, which we didn't know exactly what to expect from that. But yeah, on the water, very dynamic, easy to pump, as all Nash wings are. And the speed on the low end was great for surfing. We were able to surf the jet ski wake with it, which is kind of our measuring stick for a good slow wing. And on the upper end, I think Chris exploded around 13, 14 miles an hour, which is not that great. But, you're still doubling your low end speed, which is 6 or 7 miles an hour. So you're able to have kind of a 7 or 8 mile an hour speed range there. So I'd recommend this wing for somebody who's going to be doing surfing or wake surfing. For kiting or windsurfing, I'd say it's probably not going to be right, unless you're doing maybe some open ocean swell stuff, or just something where your speed's real low. The tolerance for speed isn't that great. So on the upper end, you really want to be able to do 12 to 15 or 16 miles an hour for a kite, foil at least. And this is just a little slow. So, maybe the large version of the Nash. But yeah, for surfing, very dynamic, super fun, easy to pump. You can kind of see in the video, we had a blast on it. So definitely recommend it for those of you who are kind of in the Nash pipeline. We have them available and in stock. Hope you guys enjoyed the ride and review. We have most everything in stock related to hydrofoil, including all the foils you saw today and the foil mounts. Give us a call, 281-508-6485. Email us, sales@houstonkiteboarding.com, or you can check out all the equipment on our e-commerce website, americankiteboarding.com. Thanks for watching, and see you on the water.